It's 9:30. We can open the meeting, please. We'll start with a moment of prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Those of you who have not been here before, we do have a couple of rules. One is that public comment is held to 3 minutes. Do not borrow time or give time to others. But start with Penn State Cooperative update. I'm sorry, is there any public comment on agenda items? If not, we are.
Good morning, commissioners, staff, and residents of Monroe County. My name is Jennifer Mercero, and I'm the new client relationship manager for Penn State Extension. My area includes Lackawanna, Luzerne, Wayne, Pike, Carbon, and of course, Monroe County. And my job is to find out what the commissioners need for the county residents and to find out what our staff needs that we can bring to you as well. So today I'm here to give you a few of those highlights. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for the continued support of the commissioners. We greatly appreciate any help you've always given us, and it's the only way we can run the great programs that we offer. So some of the highlights you should have in front of you. I'll start with up the top. There was a veterans program as of when I printed this. It was so wildly successful that we ran out of funding, and that has now been exhausted. But hopefully we can come up with something in the future for that. Over to the left, I gave some 4-H highlights. You'll see that we've celebrated 6 first-year 4-H leaders and volunteers at the end of the 2024 program year. We are currently offering Hippology, which is a horse quiz bowl, and this was actually new to me. She said we're offering it for the first time in over 10 years in Monroe County, and that'll be on February 12th. And currently they have 16 kids signed up, which apparently was a successful number. Of the currently enrolled 4-H members, 16% are brand new members to the 4-H program. And then finally, in the 4-H notes on the left side, we have Proclamation Day coming up on March 19th here at the Commissioner's office. So I will be getting Bob some more information on that as we get that. Over to the right, we have Animal Science Camp. If anybody here has children, it is at University Park and it's held from May 16th to the 18th. We have a 4-H shooting sports instructor training, March 29th to the 30th. This is a statewide certification course. You can find these programs and much more that we have to offer, such as nutrition and other child programs, and one that will be, I'll have a speaker talk about shortly, on our Facebook page, Penn State Extension of Monroe County. And you can also find us at extension.psu.edu. We encourage you to look. There's something for everybody there. Down the bottom, we have our Master Gardeners update. The Penn State Extension Master Gardeners of Washington County, PA will host Doug Tallamy and his presentation, A Chickadee's Guide to Gardening. That's on Wednesday, February 19th from 7 to 8:30, and all counties are welcome, which is why I'm mentioning it here. There is a $15 fee for that. And then finally, my update, I'm growing our county council. What the county council is, it's comprised of master gardeners, master watershed stewards, area librarians, maybe veterans. They all come together and they help extension succeed out in the county. In the process of growing that, we are looking for school partnerships. If anybody knows any connections in the schools, please let them know about extension. We have so many programs such as financial literacy, nutrition, and many other things that I think children and parents will profit from. In the middle of trying to build my state council advocates. On June 3rd, we will go have an ice cream social in the state capitol. We're looking for some advocates to come with us and try to obtain some state funding as well. And then finally, the last few things, I'm busy building relationships within the community. And one of them is NBT Bank. I just met with 13 branch managers to talk about financial literacy education. And we're hoping to form a partnership. Some of those are indeed in Monroe County, which is why I bring it up. So thank you again for your time. I would like to let you know that we do have a Master Watershed Steward Coordinator here, Jim Boat. He brought Christina Haney from the Conservation District and many of his volunteers. I'd like to call Jim up to speak for a few minutes so you can learn about that as well. Thank you.
Hi, I am Jim Vogt. I'm the Monroe County Master Watershed Steward Coordinator. Our program has been in Monroe since 2018. Currently have 36 active volunteers. Trained a lot more, but those are the ones that are remaining active. We recruited for this year's 2025 training, and we have 16 people signed up, which is about twice as many as we normally have sign up. And we have people from all walks of life. We have hydrologists, we have an environmental lawyer, just regular, normal working people, and we always have a great mix of people that want to take the program. I took the program myself in 2014 when it started in Lehigh and Northampton County and stayed on as an active volunteer. And in 2017, my boss, Aaron Frederick, asked me to start the program here in Monroe because there was no program yet. So I think we've been a pretty good success story. There are brochures I have. I want to make sure everybody has one. It's our yearly impact statement. I'll just give you a couple numbers from that. In the period in 2024 into 2023 alone, 2,057 volunteer hours logged. IRS value is $68,889, all volunteer time. And I have several of my volunteers here. I think we have the best volunteers in the state, but I'm not biased. Educated 420 adults and youth. Assisted 2 municipalities with MS4, which is a new and upcoming thing in Monroe County. 6 educational events. 304 trees and live stakes planted, and some of that was done at Cherry Valley National Wildlife Refuge. U.S. Fish and Wildlife is one of our partners. Partners are a very strong part of what we do. They give us volunteer opportunities and also get some of our volunteers from them. Conservation District is probably one of our strongest partners. It's been a really good one. Their watershed specialists have taken our training, and also the Pike County watershed specialists has taken our training. And they found it to be a pretty valuable tool. We actually are here sort of to honor 3 of my volunteers that have passed over 1,000 hours served. And it's Dean Neely, Gary Madden, and Jeff Rolgowski, who is not here right now. We normally do a ceremony once a year where all the volunteers get milestone awards for 250 hours, 500 hours, 1,000 hours. And Dean and Jeff had already gotten their certificates, but oops. I'd like to take this opportunity to give Jerry his certificate. Thank you, Jerry. Yeah. I think the best volunteers around. We have a life stake nursery that we established in Middle Smithfield Township in 2021. The purpose of this is to grow plants that are function well in repairing buffers next to streams, lakes, rivers. And what we do is, once these trees have matured a little bit, we can take cuttings anywhere from 18 inches to 2 feet long off these trees and plant them within 24 hours to do stream bank erosion repair. So that's a little project we have going on. And once this meeting's done, I'm headed up to Live Stake Nursery to check on the status. Neat little project. Don't have too much else. If anybody has any questions about the program? Sure.
You partner with Broadhead Watershed
Yes, we do.
Association on a lot? Okay.
Our partners are Broadhead Watershed, Broadhead Chapter of Trout Unlimited, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, several of the stream organizations in the county, Aquashickle, Poco, Tobyhanna, Tskahannock, Broadhead Watershed, and North Pocono Care. Conservation District is another partner. And also Peak up in Pike County, they've become a partner. And the partners, great helps. Any other questions? I'm sure you have the brochures.
Thank you.
It has my contact info on it as well.
Thank you to the volunteers.
And just in recognition of over 1,000 hours of dedicated stewardship to the waterways and resources in Monroe County, the Conservation District will be honoring Mr. Nealer, Mr. Rogowski, and Mr. Madden on February 20th at the Conservation District office at following our Board of Directors meeting. We want to thank the county and the extension for granting us the opportunity to provide training, field experience, and volunteer opportunities to such a worthy endeavor. We remain a committed partner and advocate of the stewards and the spirit of conservation they represent. And these efforts and partnership have secured the Delaware River as a final nominee for PA River of the Year. That will be announced on Friday. So we're really looking forward to hearing how this goes. So we want to thank the extension and the county commissioners for supporting our mission. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, moving on to old business, approval of the minutes of the January 15th, 2025 Commissioners Meeting. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Your second? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Approve the minutes of the January 29th, 2025 Special Commissioners Meeting. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Okay,
Oh, second.
all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Acknowledge the opening of the bids for the paving of the 6th Street parking lot by the deck on January 22nd, 2025. You can see the list of bidders there. The lowest bid went to Northeast Site for $76,735.50. Proclamations and certificates. Do we need a motion to accept those?
I'll make a motion to acknowledge that.
Second?
Second?
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Proclamations and certificates. Roger Spots for 41 years of service. And Mr. Phil Barkoffer, who recently retired from the county. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. New business, personnel. We have a personnel agenda and approve and ratify requests to work additional hours in the sheriff's office. We also have electronic, that was 1A and B, and we'll also do 2A, B, C. Which is electronic transfers for vouchers payable, gross payroll, and healthcare benefits.
So moved.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Approve and ratify a travel request for children and youth, emergency services, the public defender, and vector control. Is there a motion, please?
Second.
Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Children and youth, approve the submission of the fiscal year 24-25 first quarter CNY fiscal report in the amount of $4,412,247, and approve the submission of the 24-25 first quarter juvenile probation title 4E claim report to the federal reimbursement for administrative costs for the amount of $107.72. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Commissioner's Office. Ratify the budget adjustment report of 2/5/25 for $1,276. That is for an engineering cost invoice that was in last year's budget for $1,160, and the coroner for a phone bill of $116, totaling $1,276. Approve the budget adjustment dated 2/5/25 totaling $960,057. Of that amount, children and youth is 68% or $651,000. We have grants of 15% or $144,866 to adult probation, ESG, and general fund grants. Corrections is $80,427 or 8%, and workman's comp is $49,722. That budget adjustment. C, approve the courthouse square by the Pocono Interfaith Council on May 1st to hold a interfaith prayer service at 6 p.m. Next is to award the paving of the 6th Street parking lot to Northeast Site Contractors for a total amount of $76,735.50. That includes both the base bid and the alternate bid. Adopt a resolution awarding the 2025 TRAN, which is a tax revenue anticipation note bid proposal, to First National Bank in the principal amount of $6,274,623. Lowest bid rate of 3.97% with fees in the amount of $500. To First National Bank. Approve the following payments for superheat for emergency service repairs under Resolution 2024-9 dated 10/2/24 for Monroe County Correctional Facility of $23,081.99 repairs to the water line, $477.47 for the water heater repair and replacement, and $7,555 for the adjustment cost of prevailing wage. Accept a proposal for superheat for the amount of $316,692 to cover the cost of labor and materials to supply and install one RTC 4700 Releo boiler for emergency repairs at MCCF under Resolution 2024-9 dated 10/2/24. Accept a proposal for resource environmental management in the amount of $4,215 for incinerator testing. Accept the proposal of Veridantis, AKA Barton Lawson, in the amount of $87,000 to provide the 2025 engineering services to address preventive maintenance issues for a total of 9 Monroe County bridges. Approve the emergency resolution for the installation of temporary barriers and temporary repairs at Monroe County Bridge 22 as recommended by the county engineer. Accept the proposal for CMR construction in the amount of $31,250 for emergency installation of temporary water-filled barriers at Monroe County Bridge 22. Approve the chief clerk to advertise for the following: the destruction of confiscated firearms on behalf of the Monroe County Probation and Hazard Mitigation Plan Update Assessment Review Meeting. Agreement with Thomson Reuters, Order 09352339 for West Complete Library subscriptions in the amount of $2,763.28 for a 60-month period with a rate increase of 4% per year. An approved change order GC 027 with Lobar Construction in the amount of $98,290.08 for costs associated with extra work to connect walls to existing courthouse, replacement doors, new doors, install panics and closures on doors, and spray insulation of walls. Approve the facility use agreement with Northampton Community College, Pocono campus, for the public hazard mitigation meeting on 2/26/25 at no cost to the county, and add the following vendors to the Monroe County list of approved vendors. In the sheriff, it's American Time Recorders, and the district attorney, Bay Image Group LLC. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Is there a second? Is there any questions? Seeing none, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. In the DA's office, we have a request to approve the payment of Magnet Exum Essentials Bundle Group for the amount of $4,400 for the period of 1/1/25 through 12/31/25, and ratify the license agreement for Gray Key Advanced with Magnetic Forensics for the amount of $33,105 for the period of 7/14/24 through 7/16/25. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Is there a second? Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Eastern Monroe Public Library. Acknowledge the resignation of Joni Oy Benedente to the library board and appoint Wanda Lazoyne to the library board with a term to expire on 12/31 of 2027. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Fiscal and grants. Approve the 2024 Department of Homeland Security Grant Program agreed in the amount of $260,419 for the period of September 1, 24 through August 31st of 2027, as well as authorize Jennifer Barclay, Finance Director, to electronically sign the agreement on behalf of the Commissioners. Approve the second revision of the fiscal year 23-24 HAP HSDF non-block grant NDG report previously submitted as per M 2024-350 dated 11/2024. Ratify authorization for Jennifer Barclay, Fiscal Director, to electronically submit the fiscal year 2024 Historical and Archival Records Care Grant Agreement in the amount of $5,000 for the grant for the period of May 1st of 2025 through May 31st of 2027 to be used for the flat map storage project. Ratify authorization of Jennifer Barclay, she's going to be very busy, electronically sign the state and local cybersecurity grant program, intrusion detection service, Albert Sensors agreement in the amount to be determined, formula funding, for the grant period of January 2023-25 through November 30th of 2027 to be used for intrusion detection services. Ratify approval of and authorize the grants manager, Kwanzaa Smith, to sign the fiscal year 2024 State Criminal Alien Assistance Program, or SCAP, contract 15PBJ-24-RR-05891-SCAA in the amount of $25,568 for the period of July 1st, 2022 through December 31st of 2025 to support salaries for correction officers. Approve the 24-25 medical assistance transportation second quarter report in the amount of $155,147.36, and approve the CSBG 2025 subrecipient contracts for the period of January 1st, 2025 through December 31st, 2025 to include the first quarter allocations, and the first quarter allocations is listed below. You'll see the listed entities of Shepherd's Maternity House, Family Promise of Monroe County Meals on Wheels, the Pleasant Valley Ecumenical Network, Pocono Area Transitional Housing, Pocono Services for Families and Children, Resources for Human Development, Safe Monroe, Salvation Army Emergency Services, and Stroud Regional Open Space and Rec Commission. And we have 3 items there for Pike, but unless they talk about Monroe, I'm not going to talk about Pike. Your motion, please.
Just could I have clarification, Mr. Chair, on A, the Homeland Security grant? What was the number that you had? You know,
806,419.
okay, I think you said.
I'm sorry, I tend to ramble.
Motion to approve.
Second,
Second.
any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carries. Planning Commission ratify submittal of the certification of county funds for the 2025 to the PA Department of Agriculture for the purchase of agricultural conservation easements in the amount of $87,700. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Reappoint the following members to the Board of Trustees with a term to expire 12/31 of 25 at Pleasant Valley Manor. Commissioner John Christie, Commissioner Dave Parker, Commissioner Sharon Labrador, Community Member Robert Shabelsky, and Community Member Dr. Peter Cassell. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. In the probation department, approve the youth level of service / case management inventory 2.0 test usage agreement in the amount of $4 per risk assessment for the period effective January 1st of 2025 through December 31st of 2025. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Redevelopment Authority ratify extension request for CDBG fiscal year 2021 through July 9th of 2025. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
There's second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. The Sheriff's Office, we have approval to revised record management systems project plan with Teleosoft for software implementation and installation. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Motion carries. Treasurer, approve the transfers of the following funds. M&T grant from M&T grant to First Keystone, substance abuse education, human services, adult supervisory, affordable housing, and the county record improvement accounts. And then we also have approved the opening of a new bank account at a bank to be determined for the Tran with a GL account listed below. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
With second, all in favor, all signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Capital purchase, approve the capital purchase report of 2/5/25 totaling $15,619.
So moved.
Second.
So everybody knows what that is. It's office walls for the controller's office and a armor ballistic panel for the sheriff's, totaling that $15,513.46.
Need to vote on.
Sorry.
All in favor.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Computer capital, approve the computer capital report of 2/5/25 totaling $1,527.52. That is for a computer in the district attorney's office. Is there a motion, please?
So moved.
Any questions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries. Any miscellaneous? Mr. Parker?
No.
Sharon?
No, I just want to clarify. I think the number for the capital, I think what you read was a little different than what was listed.
What are you talking about then?
The capital purchases report for 2/5/25, $15,619.
Got them together.
Not those two. I think it may have been different.
$15,513.46 I have on my sheet.
Yeah, well, that's different than what's listed. It's $15,619.
Hold on. Let's go to the video.
Just because you got to do it now. Don't do it now, you gotta do it later.
Under capital. Standing up.
Now,
15,000.
152752.
That's not. That's even different.
That's
Computer cap on, for that's a computer cap.
I had 15,513 points.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I have when I did my math.
So we'll stick with that.
So can I make a motion to
I
correct?
think we made a motion to have that number.
I think there was an adjustment to the controller's walls. It's the difference,
Okay.
but the 15,513.46 is correct. The agenda.
Okay.
All right then.
We don't have to do
We
anything.
want to change.
I think we approved the 15,000.
Well, yeah, with the right number.
Well, I'm just looking towards our county solicitor to make sure that
You corrected it. I believe that you read off of your sheet, which was the,
The correct
Correct.
thing. So what was
Yes,
on?
that's right. I
so we
made the
don't-
motion.
we just- Do we have to correct, if it's relisted on the paper, do we have to correct?
if you, if in an abundance of caution, you certainly can revote
Okay,
to
No.
clarify.
I moved that we had corrected it.
Second.
to $15,513.46. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, motion carried. Any public comment? Teresa?
So my statement today is in regards to the last county commissioner meeting when I questioned about funds being allocated for Family Promise Pocono. And I appreciate that the commissioners do follow the Pennsylvania Sunshine Act, which requires government meetings regarding grant funding and expenditures to be documented and available to the public. I'd just like to state that I will follow up with the right to know as I was directed by the grants department with Kwanzaa. And I will follow up with the right to know as listed under PA statute 65, section 67.101. That grants public access to government spending records, including grants and financial disbursements to nonprofit organizations. And I do appreciate that funding is going to Family Promise. I'd just like to see some of the documentation of how the taxpayer money is being funded to the organization.
Thank you. Is there anything else?
I came to this meeting because I don't have time. I have other obligations. I can't meet the salary for the meeting at 11. I'm here again, guys. I know some of these things sound redundant. I've been coming here for months, man. It's been over a year with some of the issues. One, for the salary board meeting, I don't see Officer Woj on the agenda. It's been 5 months since we needed the settlement agreement for his pay. That should have been adjusted. It's dragging on and on. HR denied him a right to have a steward present. When he's talking about it, things like labor board charges, they cost the taxpayers money. I don't want to do that from the union standpoint. You guys shouldn't want to do it. You guys have a fiscal responsibility to the taxpayers. I'm hoping this can just get resolved. I'm actually tired of wasting my time and tired of wasting taxpayer money. I think these things need to be addressed. And then, more pressing, I've been at every one of these meetings. I'm telling you guys for months now. It's been 4 months since the last time I addressed the false investigations or complaints out there that aren't being addressed. Nobody's reached out to me. Nobody's reached out to the people that have tried to speak to you guys. We're just burying our head in the sand, ignoring it. It's been over a year. This isn't the first time that's happened. Myself and another coworker who spoke out about the wrongs that happened out there, we were retaliated against 2.5 years ago. We spoke to you guys. We addressed it. We addressed the admin that you wouldn't employ out there. There were false investigations. You guys buried your head in the sand. It led to EEOC complaints. It led to them upholding violations of law and then violating our religious rights and our legal rights. And that cost the taxpayers money. Myself and another coworker were paid settlement because of that. We're in that situation again. And you guys have been ignoring it for a year. These people are about to file issues. They're going to file lawsuits. It's going to cost taxpayer money. These issues need to be addressed. So I'm here again, just asking, when are myself and the other people going to be reached out to investigate these issues that are going out there, even though we have a new admin? Promotion of Deputy Warden DiLiberto to Warden was a great addition to the facility. It can start moving the facility in the right direction. But it doesn't mean these issues that are floating around there from a year ago just go away. They're going to cost taxpayers money. When are we going to be spoken to?
Thank you. Anything else? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
We are. Thank you. Penn State.
Thank you.